ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to
Welcome to Port of Miami. I'm back here at Port of Miami, a very emotional and sentimental place for me. Last time I was in Miami, I also came here for a quick visit, and today I spent a little more time at the same benches I used to spend a lot of time in the 90s. For the most part of the 90s, I sailed out of here literally hundreds of times. Once a week and even twice a week we used to sail out of here. And I can still remember the Norway right behind me. I remember the smell of Miami, the moist air, the warm air, and I remember very clearly walking over to the Norway up the gangway, and I remember very clearly coming in on Biscayne deck, walking up to my cabin, the smell of the Norway. She had a smell like no other cruise ship I've been on. Seaman Center is still here today, though it's more like a dock workers cafe. And back in those days, 30 years ago, Seaman Center, or the area right here, was divided in two. On the right we had the Norwegian Seamen's Church, where we used to go in for waffles, have a chat with the Norwegian priest, and also read a local Norwegian newspaper. And on the left there used to be a lot of phone booths where we could sign up with a phone number we wanted to call anywhere in the world at special rates. And then we got a booth. Once the line was established, we got a booth. We could go in and talk to the loved ones back home for a few minutes. The rates were reasonable back then. Those booths disappeared after a while because we started using phone cards, where we had to scratch off a code on the back of the phone card, call a number, and we could request the line to anywhere in the world. We also used to buy a lot of stuff there, groceries, some chocolates and some candies from Norway, and we used to eat food there as well. There was a lunch place there, but most of the time I went to downtown to eat. Bayside, Omni Center. I had to go to Omni Center because every week I had 2-3 films to develop. Back then we didn't have digital cameras, we didn't have drones, so I had to buy new film every week and develop the pictures, and I used to do that at Omni Center. And Omni Center is actually not open anymore. They closed down in, I think, about 10-20 years ago. And just before Crystal Cruises went bankrupt, they had taken a lease at our Omni Center for offices. But anyway, Seaman Center today is still here. It's looking a little bit worn. It's far away from the heydays. The pool behind me is closed, and it was also closed last time. And by the looks of it, it doesn't seem like it's going to open anytime soon either. Perhaps they are waiting for some donations or funds to do it, or maybe it's not even worth it. I wouldn't be surprised if this area is developed in the future and everything here is gone. So for me, this is a time also to reflect and come back, sit down and relax, think about the past years, which was the highlight of my life. I enjoyed working on the cruise ships behind me a lot back then, and I loved the Norway, and I still love the Norway, even though she's now gone. I believe there is a piece of the SS France chapel here, somewhere in the church, and there is also a small memorial for the victims of the explosion on board the SS Norway. The Norway is of course gone into the history books, and we can only see her now in pictures on Facebook and social media. It's sad. It's sad because she was a beautiful ship. But then again, if she was still around today, there is no way in the world she could compete in economy with these huge vessels. Norway would have been outdated by now, and I highly doubt that Norwegian Cruise Line would still have kept her for 20 more years if she hadn't had the accident. Anyway, that's a few thoughts from me. I'm going to go over to the Siemens Center and have a look again, and then I'll walk across the bridge back to downtown Miami and enjoy my days here in Miami. Thank you for listening in, and hope you enjoyed at least a part of this video. Years ago, I used to walk a lot across this bridge to downtown Miami. I also rode taxi a lot of times, and a lot of those buildings on the left are brand new. Also, I do not remember all those tall buildings straight ahead. They're also fairly new. But then again, over a period of 30 plus years, things have changed. Even though there are some things that are still remaining more or less the same. It's a fun day for me to walk back here and think about what was, which again leads to the question, what comes?
Please do not forget to like the video, subscribe for more, and leave me a comment. I would also appreciate it very much if you shared the video with others who could be interested. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome back next time.